All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back again to another episode of Bodybuilder in Thailand. This is Dan, the bodybuilder in Thailand, here with my friend, bodybuilder Kevin Dalzuffo. And Kevin, he and I met in Bangkok. Actually, it was crazy. I was walking down the street in Bangkok, and all of a sudden, this dude with this massive jaw and head, like really dense bones, right, in his head, he all of a sudden says, hey, Dan, bodybuilder in Thailand? And I'm like, yeah. And this guy, he caught me off the street. He just randomly recognized me off the street. And you know what? I'm glad he did, because this guy's a solid guy, and he doesn't lie to you. This is one of the honest bodybuilders that just says it like it is. So today we're going to be talking about why people are plateaued at the gym. Many people go to the gym. We see them maybe when we get our gym membership, and then we see them again, 5 years later or even a decade later, and they're still there. They're still looking exactly the same. They're doing the same routine. And, why do you think that is, Kevin?
I think people, is the same in life, if you do every day, you do the same shit, yeah, for sure. If you can just expect the same results, you need to do new things and change. If something not work, you need to change, it's the same. The food, the training, everything. But I think the key is, is intensity, I think, is the training. And all these guys, is fucking lazy in the gym, they push themselves, never push themselves, it's really bad, I think.
Yeah, you know what? I noticed that a lot of guys, like you said, intensity. A lot of guys, when they're in the gym, you don't really see them, giving that super effort, where they're almost dying, right? And that's the kind of thing that you do when you play sports. You're trying as hard as you can, but then when they go to the gym, they're not trying as hard as they can.
Exactly. You need to go to failure, always. Because if you don't go to failure, your body have no reason to change. Body just stress. You put stress on your body, and your body reacts by the stress by getting stronger and add ton of muscle. It's pretty easy. Yeah. It's really easy.
So do you follow the belief that the muscle it grows as an adaptation to stress?
Exactly, adaptation to stress. Yeah.
Because I've noticed that a lot of people, especially big bodybuilders, like big bodybuilders who are using performance enhancing drugs, even more so, they'll be saying, I just pump up. I don't need to, increase the weight. A lot of them don't. They're actually not even that strong sometimes, and they somehow are able to increase a lot of muscle size that way. But it doesn't seem to be the kind of dense muscle that sticks around.
Exactly. I think if you look like my idol, all the like Dorian Yates, so all these guys are fucking strong, they push ton of weights, and the result is not the same, when you see this physique, that the density is in, the striation, everything, and especially when you get on diet, if you train hard, you keep the fullness and the biggest muscle you can, The big problem is if you just pump up because you have tons of gear, in your blood, and you fucking on insulin or everything, for sure you're gonna pump up. That it creates tissue,
Yeah.
Just hard, and sometimes, but it's easy. The principle is really easy. When you start your training, you have the more strength, and you just put ton of weight. And when you start to be tired, and your energy level go down, you just pump up, do something like this. But you always do, I love bench press, I love squats, always in my training, and heavy the most I can. And after I start some isolation movement. But now today bodybuilder, are fucking lazy, I think, and they just do isolation movement, in the beginning, and isometric thing like this, It's good, but sometimes. So it's my way to do. I'm not saying the truth, If you look all the guys now, Akim Williams, all these guys are fucking strong, They are dense and full,
Exactly, yeah. Am I hearing this correctly that you 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 really believe in progressive overload? Is that true?
Yes, exactly. In the beginning and now, my strength's going fucking crazy. Yeah.
Okay. So
I
you're
start
trying to
uh,
you're
start
trying to add weight and reps.
exactly. More weight, more reps. And
Have
when
you?
I do everything when I reach plateau. Put more weights.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I've actually had similar experience where I noticed that, back when I bench 225 for
Yeah,
my working sets,
yeah,
I am one size, right? And
yeah.
then when I get up to, or sorry, 100 kilograms, right? I'm benching 225 pounds or 100 kilograms for my working sets. I am one size. But then when I move up to 125 kilograms or 275 pounds, I'm a different size for my
Exactly.
working set, right? It's like every time you move on those compound exercise, like with the main weights that you're using, you notice like the fiber and you notice
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm this different size now.
exactly. And all your shape change. You know,
Mm,
if you wear t-shirts or stringer or tank top, but you see the result all time. The more you get stronger, I think the tons of muscle you can add. All the big bodybuilders are fucking strong.
yeah. So what about the guys? I think that some of the guys though they do a lot of machines. Do you prefer machines or free weights?
Mm, I like machine, but I'm living in France, like you hear my accent, and it's gym here are really bad. We know have good equipment, so I just move in a city now to have better equipment, but tons of machine are fucking bad. So yeah, I like squat and like bench press, and especially for compound movements, for my legs and for my chest. The better result I have is when I do free weights. And
Yeah.
when I say squat, it's not Smith machine, it's free squat. And the same for tons of people
Full
make
body muscle.
yeah, tons of people make bench press, incline bench on the Smith machine, but it's stupid. You don't have gains. I see on people who I train is totally different way, and the result are up.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so what about guys? So these guys that have been in the gym, for 5 years and they look the same as they did 5 years ago, and they're in a big plateau. What would you do? What would you tell them to do right now to change that?
Because this guy have always the same routine. Mondays they do arms or chest, and they always do first exercise bench press on the same weight, second exercise incline bench same weight, and all the week is like this. And for since 5 years, you need to
Mm,
change. Your body need to adapt. If you're doing always the same thing, same training, it's not stress. It's just a routine. And if you have a routine, your body no have reason to change.
okay. Yeah.
They
So
need them
we've got to.
to put to push more weights, because the intensity is not there. They speak between sets, they look at the telephone, send SMS, chatting with lady, it's not good when you're on the gym, you just there, you have 23 hours after the gym to speak with lady if you want or do what you want. But when you're on the gym, just focus on your training and your muscle. And the mind muscle connection is really a key. Is really key.
What you said about the ladies, man, I've said the same thing because people will say, like, "Oh, this gym sucks. It has only guys at it, and it's a sausage fest." And I'm like, "Yo, dude, I'm not at the gym to look at sexy girls, okay? That
Exactly.
distracts me, and I can't work out the way I want to. So
Exactly.
I don't want those sexy girls at the gym, like wearing bras and shit. That
Yeah.
pisses me off." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Hey, go put a shirt on."
Exactly. I hate that. I'm the same of you, and I like to go in the evening when nobody is there or something like because I don't like to be distracted, Or if sometimes people speak you too much, So I try to be kind, because I don't like to be cocky or something like this. But especially if you're on prep or something like this, it's good to say,
Oh yeah.
sorry, we can speak later, but now, just let me train. But yeah, the lady are a big problem in the gym, but now I don't give a fuck. I've all day for lady, but when I'm on the gym, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, I bet that says a lot about a guy's like commitment to the gym, right? If it bothers him that women are looking too sexy in the gym, that means he's serious about the gym. And if it bothers him that there aren't enough girls at the gym that are dressed like immodestly, then he needs to get a priority change. Change those fucking priorities.
Yeah, exactly. The priority. Yeah, exactly. And it's true, but if you look at 50% of people going to the gym for lady, so yeah,
Is
not.
is that true? Is that true?
I don't give a fuck. You have
You
time
know,
on the day, on the evening.
all right. So these guys, let's think of something that we can help them to do to change. So they've got to change something, because if these guys have been doing the same thing for 5 years, looking the same, like can it be something as simple as if they've been doing 3 sets of 10 with 100 kilograms on the bench press for the last 5 years on Mondays?
Yeah,
But like,
when you talk to these people, they tell you that, or they tell you, "Oh, today I'm not in a good form, because I just do 2 reps on 100 kilograms, and normally I do 3." And you look at these guys, you don't give a fuck, about how much, you know. The big problem is you stay on 100 kilo for 5 years, It's not because you do 2, 3, 4. Don't give a fuck, You need to change.
yeah. What would you have them do? Probably for me, if somebody was doing that and they asked my advice, I
Mhm.
would tell them to raise the weight a little bit
Yeah,
and do less reps, like
exactly.
maybe as much only 3 reps or something like that.
Exactly. In off season, I do tons of 3 reps, just 3 reps. I start warm up the two first working set are just to warm up, get pumped, and after I have two, and the last working set is really the most I can. Sometimes 1 or 2 reps. You can see sometimes now I'm on prep again, but yeah, I love to do max on bench or squat, everything. I love that.
I
And
saw that during your last prep, because this you just finished this last prep, and you were doing a bunch of training on your Instagram. You were posting videos on your Instagram, and they were a lot of 2 or 3 rep
yeah,
sets, even on like bench press or squat. I think I even saw you do a max, like 1 rep max on the bench press recently, or the incline bench press. So
yeah,
you're lifting
yeah,
almost
yeah.
like a power lifting style.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I like on the beginning, like I said before, I like on the beginning of the training, I do something like max, and after I do more bodybuilding style, but
Oh, okay.
the
First
the
exercise.
yeah, first exercise I give everything I have. If I do chest, if I do incline bench, I'm gonna do to reach my maximum, on incline bench. If I start by bench press, and every week I change like this. If I do legs, I try on squats or front squats, always compound movement.
Okay.
And
So
not, yeah,
when you were getting close to the end of this past diet, when you were dieting down, uh, were you still lifting really heavy like that? Only 2 or 3 reps on some exercise?
the for an example, it's not heavy, and it's fucked up my mind, because I have no power. I was so low in
Oh
carbohydrate.
yeah.
Yeah, for example, I squat. My max on bench press is 200 kilo,
Uh-huh.
210 kilo, and with the bar on the chest. And when I was at the end of the diet, I do like something like 140 kilo, something like 8 to 10 reps. But
Okay.
if I go 180 kilo, I do 1 reps at the end of the prep. So
Okay.
I try to stay strong. I try, but fuck.
Yeah. So I see, but that was probably for safety purposes too, right? Did you feel that as you were dieting down, you needed to lower the weight to be safe?
Not really, not really. Tons of people are scared in diet to have injuries or something like this. I'm not really scared with that because
Okay.
I want my body. It's not because I have no strength. You know. The strength is go down. You know, when you're in calorie deficit for weeks and weeks, you know, your strength go down. You
Yeah.
know, and even if you take ton of gear, there's nothing changes. The food is the key, you know, in everything.
What do you
And
feel? What do you?
yes.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And yeah, it's the same reason for why these people in 5 years not move in the gym or body don't change because the diet is not on point, you know.
Yeah.
These guys go to the gym, they just eat one time and they say, "Oh, can you think this weight isolate is good?" Say, "Did you eat today? What you eat?" You know, they wake up, they eat nothing, go to work, you know, stay like 10 hours with no eating, there's no food in the stomach. You cannot have result like this. It's not possible.
Yeah. How did you feel? Because you got really lean during this past diet. How did you feel when you were, losing fat? When you were really in the fat loss phase and you were burning a lot of fat every week?
Yes.
What did you feel like mentally? How did that make you feel?
Mentally, I feel like shit.
Feel like shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
feel like shit. You know, but me, I like to be big, and for me, diet is not hard to because if I do diet, I really my weight not move so much, my physique change a lot, and I lose weight really quick. It's easy to me, but it's in my mind. You know, I love to get big, I love to be heavy, and when I see my weight on the scales go going down, is mental. It's mental problem because I love to get big, you know, and
yeah.
I get big, you know? So it's more mental, and for sure the sleep is not on point. Yes,
Oh, because do you wake up hungry?
yeah, you wake up hungry and it's hard
Okay.
to sleep, but all day you like tired, and in the night you just cannot sleep. You sleep three
Yeah.
hours, you wake up, fuck.
What about when you're in the middle of the diet? So that's at the end of the diet, how you feel, right? You feel terrible, have a hard time sleeping, stuff like that at the end of the diet. What about in the middle? Do you still feel like that?
No, in the middle it's okay. In the beginning it's great, and in the middle you have more energy. It's really easy. You feel better. You know, in off season I'm really heavy for my tall. Sorry for my English.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's for your height.
yeah, for a high. Sorry, and sometimes it's hard. So yeah, it's make me tired all the time. So in the middle of the diet I'm good. In the beginning too. You know, it's really the end. The last 4 weeks, something like this, really hard. Yeah.
Interesting. So what do you do to help yourself have energy during the day when you're in the middle of the diet? What do you do to make yourself feel like you can keep going?
Yes, I like I like to take a nap, you know, if I can, especially before the workout. If I'm busy all day, you know, I like to sleep. If I can sleep 20 or 30 minutes before the workout, it's really help me to stay focused and to have strength in the gym. You know, it's really important because the sleep is really a key.
Okay. So during fat loss phase, sleep is very important for you.
Yeah, and for true in off
Hmm.
season. Sleep is really important. I'm not a big sleeper. I sleep not a lot in the night, something like 5 or 6 hours max. So I try always to take a nap in the day, you know, help me to recovering well. Mhm.
I like naps too. Actually, I've noticed that as I've gotten heavier, I need more sleep. I can't
Exactly.
function anymore on a low amount.
Exactly. Yeah, my friend going crazy because I can fall asleep anyway. In the car, if you're in the restaurant, if you sleep, I sleep like this. I sleep all the time.
Oh
If
yeah.
I cannot watch a movie because I fall asleep all the time. It's really hard. It's really hard.
Well,
If I go
you're
to the beach, I sleep on on the beach, you know, everywhere. Not long, you know, something like 20 minutes, but always I fall asleep,
how
especially
he-
when
how heavy are you now?
now I'm going down at 114 kilo this morning,
Okay, so
empty stomach,
for the American people, that's like 250 pounds,
200.
115 kilos. About
Yeah,
250.
pounds, yeah. Because
Yeah. So you're about 178 centimeters tall?
176.
Okay. So he's about 5'8", 250 pounds of muscle, guys. So this is the kind of sleep effects that he's experiencing being this big. There's weird side effects, to being big, like
Yes.
breathing. When I'm sure that you feel it. You get hot really quick when you start exercising. Like
Yes.
your body will overheat, right?
You know what? I'm hot all the time. I'm always in t-shirt, even it's winter. I'm always just have a jacket and I'm hot all the time. If I go to restaurant, I start to eat and I sweat. It's really
Yeah.
when I'm with the girls, it's really bad because I'm sweat. So I need to put aircon. It's really bad.
You gotta have a whole setup, dude. You gotta have a whole setup ready.
Anyway, I go to supermarket just to bring the water. I sweat. It's really bad. Especially now, it's start the winter. The summer, sorry, is coming. So, but it's good. I'm on prep, so I'm gonna lose weight. And breathing,
Okay.
breathing is hard sometimes.
Yeah. It's like less activity will make you feel out of breath more soon, I think. Say if I run 1 kilometer.
Yes.
Before bodybuilding, this would be easy, but now this is a serious task. Very difficult.
Yeah, and I have, but when I lose weight, I'm not hot anymore. It's better.
Mm.
But anyway, I need to get big, so I get big in off season.
So what are your plans right now? You said you're prepping for another contest right now, right?
I'm prepping for another contest in 10 weeks.
Okay.
The last show was NPC, because in France we have the first NPC show, but it was delayed because I have some problem, here with the law and everything. So the day before the show, they send email to all the competitors or say the show is delayed,
Oh, disappointment.
So, fucking disappointment. 4 months of prep. So yeah, I make just a quick after that. I'm not like to complain on myself or something. Life is like this, And I was happy with my conditioning, but I have some points to adjust and get better. So I say, okay, I just take 2 weeks off. So I'm eating junk food all day,
Yeah.
for like 3-4 days, and after I take back my weight. I go up again to 120 kilo. And now I'm on prep again, for 10 days, and I lose 6 kilo. And now I'm going the real prep. The next show will be in July normally, and it was in Portugal for Olympia Amateur, and try.
Excellent.
Try to do my.
So if the people watching this show on YouTube right now, if they want to see you do your prep, what's your Instagram? What's your Instagram name so they can watch you do your prep?
Yeah, my Instagram name is my name. Is Kevin Dalzuffo. So I'm gonna try to say in alphabet KVINDALZ UFFO.
Okay, so that's where you guys can find Kevin and watch his prep on Instagram. Yeah. And want to tell Kevin big thanks for coming on the channel today. He's a major bodybuilder in Thailand friend. So
thanks a lot. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be seeing each other around the world again, man.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, maybe in US I'm coming.
Excellent, man.
Friend like you in Gold Gym or something like this. Yeah.
All right, Kevin. Have a good one, bro.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Thanks a lot.